What's up, y'all? Omega Chaos here. Now, this is one channel I've been scaling for a minute. I've been like, what should be our first video? Now, I came across this channel watching another YouTuber's review on this person. You guys may know who this person is. This person's name is Riley J. Dennis. Now, after watching and analyzing this channel, I've came to the realization that this person isn't a bad person, unlike most sexist proclaimed feminists on this site. But some of her opinions are pretty, you feel me? Like this one, for example.
In 2014, Laverne Cox said that misgendering trans people is an act of violence. Since then, she has repeated this statement multiple times, but some people still don't want to believe it. So I thought I'd explain why intentionally misgendering trans people is an act of violence and why you shouldn't do it. But to get started, we need some definitions. Misgendering is the act of referring to someone by the wrong gender or implying that they are a gender that they are not. So if you call a boy she or refer to him as a girl, that's misgendering. You can misgender cis people or trans people, but it's particularly dehumanizing when done to trans people, and it's something that basically all trans people have to deal with at some point. Of course, there are times when people intentionally misgender feminine cis boys or masculine cis girls as a way of trying to reinforce arbitrary gender roles, and that's awful as well, but I'm mainly going to be discussing misgendering towards trans people in this video. Violence is a harder thing to define. Several dictionaries say that it involves the use of physical force, including the Merriam-Webster and Oxford dictionaries. However, dictionaries are not intended as all-knowing, unchangeable rulebooks. They change and adapt over time as our usage changes. They are almost always descriptive rather than prescriptive nowadays. I would argue that their definition of violence is outdated and doesn't encompass all of the forms of violence we recognize today.
What the hell? Like, what if I wasn't looking at the video and I just listened to it and I was like, wow, he's pretty smart, but I'm not looking at the video, I'm just hearing the person's voice. And to be honest, I would think it was a dude. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to discriminate or anything, but like, you can't tell. You really can't. Would that be an act of violence though? Because to be honest, you can't really blame or be mad at someone for like accidentally mistaking you as the opposite sex, especially if you can't really tell. Now, I can see if the person purposely like started calling you a guy and you're obviously a trans female, you look more like a female, but I still don't think that's the act of violence. In fact, let me tell you what violence means. Violence, behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone or something. Meaning, like, violence means like you had to physically do something to somebody, and saying he instead of she or she instead of he isn't an act of violence. That's like verbally insulting somebody. If anything, that's like hate speech or something, but not an act of violence, pal. But besides that, this video is like a year old, so I can't really say too much about it. Actually, our video isn't even about this video, it's about another video. I'm not going to even explain it, just roll the clip.
Would you date someone who's trans? Would you date someone who's black? Would you date someone who's fat? Would you date someone who's disabled? Now, honestly, I don't know what your answer is to those questions, but I've met a surprising number of people who would say no to all, or at least some of them. Their argument is that it's just a preference and that you can't control who you're attracted to. I think most of the time that this is brought up, it's in regards to race. I'll link to a couple really good videos in the description about racial dating preferences, but in this video, I want to talk about our other biases. Let's start with trans people. Would you date a trans person, honestly? Think about it for a second. Okay, got your answer? Well, if you said no, I'm sorry, but that's pretty discriminatory. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you're a horrible person who hates trans people. There was probably a time in my life when I said I wouldn't date a trans person, but since then, I've thought critically about it and changed my mind. I could sit here and show you photos of conventionally attractive trans people. There are definitely trans people who you would never know are trans unless they told you.
Now, before I even start, this video is also pretty old. It's like 2 years old, I think, but I'm still gonna speak my thoughts. I mean, like, how the hell is it discriminatory? Like, how? I just don't understand. It really is preference. You like what you like at the end of the day. Like, I don't understand what this person's trying to say. There are people out there that like trans women or men. There are people out there that like black, white, Asian, skinny, fat, tall, short. It's people all over the world. It's all about preference. You can't get mad at someone for not being attracted to a trans person. That's crazy.
But I think arguing that you would only like a trans person if you didn't know they were trans is a poor argument. I think you could be attracted to any trans person, whether they pass or not. I think the main concern that people have in regards to dating a trans person is that they won't have the genitals that they expect. Because we associate penises with men and vaginas with women, some people think they could never date a trans man with a vagina or a trans woman with a penis. But I think that people are more than their genitals. I think that you could feel attraction to someone without knowing what's between their legs. And if you were to say that you're only attracted to people with vaginas or people with penises, it really feels like you're reducing people just to their genitals. You're kind of objectifying them, but you're thinking of them more as genitals than objects, so I guess you're kind of genitalifying them? Anyway, my point is, we have implicit biases that we were raised with or that we developed over time, and they can be hard to get rid of.
While that might be true, and you wouldn't be able to tell, who the hell wants to be attracted to a badass female with a dick? Like, come the hell on. Let's be honest here, ladies. If you met a man who you guys were highly attracted to, and when it came time to clap cheeks, and your man pulls down his pants, and there's a damn vagina there, what you doing? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer that one. Yes, while you may be attracted to anything, not caring about what genitals they have, that's your preference. I personally care about the genitals because in years, I want kids. I want my own biological kids. To be honest, wouldn't it be sad if you got with a person and you were so attracted to them, but turns out this person is a trans and can't have children, and you really wanted children? I mean, yes, there is always adoption, but some people want biological kids. Now, at the end of the day, you love what you love, and no matter what, love trumps all. So if you are attracted to a trans person or any person of the LGBTQ community, then be attracted to them. It's your life. You do what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't let someone tell you you have to be attracted to a trans person so you won't discriminate them. That's pretty trash. To be honest, if somebody told me, hey, do you like trans people? And I was like, nah, I'm not really attracted to trans people. I'm straight. I like women only. Oh, bro, that's offensive, bro. You don't like trans people? What? I guess they taking it as in, like, you know, when you say, oh, I don't like black people, or I don't like this type of race, I don't like that type of race, I don't like white people, I don't like Asian people. I guess they taking it like that somewhat, but no, it's attraction. Like, you like what you like. It's people out there that don't like, that are not attracted to black people or white people or Asian people or any other race or Hispanic, any race. It's people out there like that. So I don't understand what point this guy is trying to make. Overall, I watched the rest of the video. Some points made sense, others had my head spinning. I was pretty confused at points. I'm just like, why is this discriminatory? Like, what? If a girl told me, oh, she didn't like black guys, I would not care. I mean, I guess that's me. I guess that's my personal opinion about it. That's me. But still, at the end of the day, bro, it shouldn't matter. It's not that deep. But I guess that's it for today's video. I know it was pretty short, but hey, it is our first video. And if you guys did enjoy this, leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time, man.